Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Peaky Blinders. This is the final season. This is episode 1 of season 6. Hopefully guys are excited for today's episode. If you want to watch the full episode, it is available free in the description. Just click the link below, put the password in and enjoy. So before we actually start this, the intro on this season, a Patreon comment told me from Sipty, they expressed that Polly is not in this season because sadly she's passed away in real life. So RIP, you've been a great character coming in, and you've done good for 5 seasons, and hopefully you found peace in in the afterlife. So sad day for that, but we move on, and hopefully we can do a good season and obviously make her proud. So crazy last episode. It seemed like Tommy had everything in motion. All the plans was going well. Everything was ticking. We had Oswald Mosley on the centre stage. We had his sniper up on the gantry. He had it pointed at him. He was ready to go. He was counting down the 10 seconds. He had help from Arthur and the Jewish coming in, causing the distraction. Everything was going to plan, and then boom, mate, it all come crumbling down. Somebody has gone in and actually killed Tommy's sniper. Who is it? Is it Michael? Is it somebody working with Michael? Is it just Oswald Mosley being one step ahead of the game? He is quite clever and he has got a big following. So I can't wait to find out. Obviously, this question, it's been a big, massive question mark on my mind ever since watching season 5 finale. Now, again, very interesting is, while all this chaos was going on, Abraham and Gold tried to actually go and take out a few of them because obviously they've come and they've killed, obviously, his son. This is not specifically Mosley, but it is the Billy Boys, and sadly he didn't even manage to kill one, mate. He got killed himself. I was disappointed with that. I really wanted him to avenge his son's death, but no, it didn't happen, and Aberama was taken out as well. Now, like I said, it could be Michael that's used this, I don't know, distraction to kill the sniper, because we have seen earlier on in the season that him and Tommy have been butting heads of how the company is going to be run and the direction it's taking. Michael wanted to expand into the USA. He said that he could generate like 5 times more income than Tommy is currently offering the family, and he said that he wanted Tommy to step down because the Americans don't want to deal with Tommy, they want to deal with Michael, and he will still give him sort of money, but Michael will be the managing director. Tommy rejected it, obviously, threw it in the fire. He was like, no chance. But as they left, him and his wife sat down. This is Michael, by the way, and they said, mate, it's time to go to plan B. What was plan B? We didn't find out, but hopefully we do this season. And like I said, what a crazy twist and crazy ending to season 5. Can't wait to find out how season 6 finishes. Usually my favourite characters always die, so I'm expecting season 6 Michael to possibly kill Tommy and Arthur, and maybe run the head of the business. I don't know. I feel like Tommy and Arthur will die because always my favourite characters usually do. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully you guys are excited for today's episode. If you are, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into the final season of Peaky Blinders.
Arthur took the bullets out. He said you stopped at a crossroads to throw up.
You're not even a soldier anymore, Tommy. You didn't check your weapon. Not a soldier, you're a coward. Leaving your family behind without a goodbye. If you still need a way out, here are 6 of them.
I actually like that, what she just said there. That is disappointing, that, innit? Pulling the trigger, not even saying goodbye to the kids and your wife. This has got to be a one-take film, hasn't it?
Mother, they'll let you pass through. They wouldn't let me pass.
White flag flying. Oh.
Hello?
Mr. Shelby, I imagine you're curious as to who it was prevented the assassination last night.
Last night's operation was carried out by soldiers from 3 Dublin brigades of the Irish Republican Army.
We need to keep Mr. Mosley alive.
That's all you need to know. Please be aware, Mr. Shelby, that the deaths of your people are your own responsibility.
I can't wait for these, hopefully, to get fucking dominated. Are they in Tommy's office, actually? Was she in Tommy's office then? That's Polly, that, innit? That's Polly. They've done well with that one, actually. I mean, it's tight, because she actually died in real life. It was. So that is a massive statement, then, in it, mate. So, I was totally wrong. Thought it might have been Michael, thought it was going to be Mosley, but no, it was the IRA. And they've took out 3 people. Yeah? Took out his sniper, took out Aberama, and took out Polly. Massive hole that in his heart, innit it? That's hit his feels. Now, I like what Lizzie said to him when he was laying in the mud. You know, you're a coward now. Do you know what I mean? You're not even a soldier. You're not even checked yet. Your weapon's loaded. He needs to get stronger. Do you know what I mean? At certain points in the show, as he's become more political, more businessy, he's lost that ruthlessness that we've seen earlier on. Do you know what I mean? When he killed the Changretta, it was Arthur that killed him because Tommy was threatening to cut him up. You know, I'm going to cut your tongue out piece by piece, start with your eyes, get your ears. Couldn't do any of it. He was walking back and forth, one day saying, come on, Tommy, come on, Tommy. And boom, Arthur just killed him. And now we need to see the savageness come back here. Now, I'm excited. You know, the IRA been dropped in a few times here and there in the show, but now we're going to conclude the final season with it. I ain't got a problem. It's actually pretty good. And we still got Mosley here as well. They said they need him. Again, that's why it's interesting. It's mad how they burn it all, isn't it? Do you not think? All the memories, all the possessions.
I swear in the name of Almighty God, no matter what it takes, no matter how many lies I have to tell, I will take revenge on Tommy Shelby.
Honestly, Michael, right? I don't dislike you, but I honestly want you to die off Tommy. I want you to do your best, but want him to smoke you off. French territory.
Je m'appelle Thomas Shelby, j'ai réservé une salle de réunion.
Hier soir, des ivrognes ont brisé mes fenêtres. Les pigeons sont rentrés à l'intérieur de la pièce et ma femme est en train de me faire sortir. Windows got broke because a lot of people here are drunk and angry. Half the men on this island made their living bootlegging till today. The other half fixed their boats.
Tu travailles pour une compagnie de whisky, c'est ça? Où t'as appris à parler français?
En France.
10 years, our boat ran whiskey down the president roads to Boston. Now we have fucking nothing. And you sit in front of us and order fucking water. You're not leaving this bar until you have raised a toast to the people of Mykonos.
Now, I've been very patient given the circumstances, but you need to sit down and let me read my newspaper.
Oh, no, it's not. It's been stabbed.
Don't.
Oh, what a shot.
With alcohol, I become a calmer and more peaceful person. In moments of personal conflict, I can resort to my old ways. Now, my guests will be arriving shortly. I need to prepare the room.
See what he does? He always does that with a cig. I always say it. He puts it in like that. I wonder if that's just how he does it, or like if he's been told to do it that way.
There's a man out there having his face stitched back up.
What was a misunderstanding?
I wasn't sure what I'd think when I saw you again, Tom.
Oh, yeah?
Since my mother passed away 4 years ago, Tommy and I haven't even spoken. Well, Tommy, I'm keen to hear what you have to say.
I'm very much looking forward to working with you again, Michael. You look very well.
We're having this Christmas party early because tomorrow, me and Charles and Ruby are going on a big ship to Canada. But we told Father Christmas about the party. Oh, presents.
This island have been making their living from bootlegging whiskey, from navigating the waters and avoiding American border patrols. But now that whiskey is about to become legal, the trade will fall back into the hands of capitalists from New York, Boston, and Toronto.
And offer selected boat crews the opportunity to carry on working.
But this time, with a different cargo.
Where do you get this stuff?
I've established a supply chain over the last 4 years with associates in Belfast. We decided it was time to break into the American market. Perhaps we could meet after you've spoken with Uncle Jack, Michael, who I believe is your wife's uncle, Jack Nelson.
Hey, the guy knows things that can get him killed. And he says them out loud.
Now realise that whiskey is just fuel for the loud engines inside your head.
What is this guy, a fucking poet?
Huh? Oh, I do read poetry, but I don't yet write it.
Give us all a poem before we go.
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow. And it's from The Poison Tree by William Blake. You won't have heard of him. That there is an informant in your organisation. It's I'll tell you this In the spirit of corporate hygiene, beware the man with the bleeding heart tattoo.
That was exciting. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that Michael was definitely the head of the operation, but no, mate. It seems like his wife, it's her side of the family, the guy in Boston that's heading it, and they have to go and send it up to him. But it didn't even feel like Michael was the guy that was in charge of that meeting either. It just felt like, because they haven't had an association, he had some sort of, I don't know, presence, you know what I mean, in there. But like, he didn't really seem like he was calling the shots, and he wasn't the most intimidating one in that room, which I thought was really interesting. But like I said, it's mad how it's actually obviously his wife's uncle or something side that is signing it off, the big, you know, like the big man, and it's got a history that's been erased that no one speaks of, and they're saying that Tommy knows information that could get himself killed, and Tommy's saying that's just the same as me. History's no change, just gets erased. If you know, you know. Now again, we haven't seen anything about Oswald yet. Have we ended that storyline, or is it still going to play future down the line?
God, if Polly was still here, she'd never have let it get this bad.
Come on, Arthur. Arthur! I'm not Polly, but I am still your fucking sister.
I hope she takes Polly's place for this season. I've always wanted Ada to be a bigger character than she actually always has been.
What ship are you on tomorrow?
Oh, the best. Most expensive one. Then we'll get there. And Tommy will say, hello, Lizzie. Hello, children, in that voice.
Come on, Lizzie. You'll be on holiday.
Yeah, I'm calling from Miquelon Island, from the police station. There's a boat leaving the island now, heading across the border. He's wearing a dark coat, a blue suit, and carrying a black briefcase. Inside the briefcase is £5 of pure, refined opium. Concerned citizen. Yeah, my name is Mr. Jones.
Hello?
Fuck. Do you know who this man is?
Arthur, man, he's not had a good first episode of the last season, has he?
His brother, Thomas Shelby, says don't serve him opium ever again.
What did she just do to him then? Arthur Shelby. That's good.
Tommy Shelby steps back into your life, and right away, this is what happens?
No names in here. It's in hand.
Whose hand? No, really. Whose fucking hand, Michael?
In today's paper, you'll read about a man being fished out of the Boston Harbor with a bleeding heart tattoo and the name Maria written on his arm. Single shot to the head.
Yeah, I know. I read it already.
For this business to work, we must only use men we trust. This is my opportunity to finish it. So speak to your uncle and get me the fuck out of here.
I don't know if he's got a ball to do it, Michael. Oh, Tommy's there.
What do you want, whiskey?
Water.
Who's Uncle Jack? I want to see who's playing him.
Powerful, very impressive man. I've only seen photographs when he was young, police mugshot, and more recently in high society magazines. So it's Uncle Jack you fall in your knees for, eh? Not Michael.
Who's Uncle Jack, mate? I want to see him.
White powder on his shiny black boots when he's on his way to meet the President of the United States, because, yeah, that's where he goes now.
Before I go, you should know that it was me who tipped off the border police. What does he do? He intervenes and has him released. How will that play in the Oval Office? If he does nothing, how does that play in South Boston?
Oh, fuck you.
If he doesn't want to buy my opium, I will sell to the East Boston Jews.
That's a ballsy play, that, mate. Literally, go to his rival.
Do you want to start a fucking war?
With that amount of opium, I have excellent contacts with the family that runs East Boston. The Solomons family.
Yes.
Once you people have accepted that you must treat us as equals, then I think our families will work together very well.
It's Ruby. She's not well. She's got a temperature of 101. Doctor's just left.
Just book a new passage. When Ruby's feeling better, it doesn't matter if you don't get here for Christmas, just as long as you get here, right? How long has she been coughing?
A few days. She's been out running wild with Johnny Duck's kids out in the cold by the river. Last night she was burning up. She was delirious. Johnny's kids have been teaching her to speak gypsy. And when she was delirious, she kept saying these gypsy words, Tiknamora, oh, bang, over and over again.
Could you see anything when she was burning up? What could she see? Lizzie, please just answer the fucking question!
She said she could see a man What the fuck is the matter?
All right, listen, Lizzie, I'm coming up.
Keep her away from the river. Don't let her ride a horse or go near the horse.
Tell Johnny Dogs and his wives the words that Ruby has been saying.
Do you hear me? Tell Johnny's eldest wife
To put a black Madonna around her neck. I'm sorry, Lizzie, do you understand?
Okay.
Oh, that was good, that. Tommy's a good actor in it. I really like him. Like,
son of a fucking bitch.
Sound American, Michael. I have to go back to England early. Let's make this quick, eh? No, this business will continue. Jack Nelson is also travelling to England.
How the fuck do you know where Jack Nelson's going?
Well, I have copies of his itinerary, of his personal correspondence, letters from the President of the United States and his many mistresses. This is a letter from the President's personal secretary suggesting Jack Nelson keep you in here for a while longer. And then you can execute your business with me. Our business being $5 million for a shipment of powder. He bought passage for 5 people from Boston to Liverpool. Well, his wife, his mistress, President Roosevelt's son, himself, Gina Gray. Gina's coming to London, Michael, where I will be happy to show her the sights. Fuck! You fucking bastard!
we love it, mate. That was a decent ending to the episode. Mate, that is rest in peace to Helen McCrory, mate. OBE as well. Polly Gray. That was good. You know, I'm actually sad that she's died, actually. And, like, it's a massive hole to fill in the show, isn't it? It can never be replaced. But, you know, in a memory, Michael has decided that he wants to avenge her death and go after Tommy. And Tommy's just same old Tommy. Do you know what I mean? There's no limitations to his plans. Now, Uncle Jack, everybody seems to be scared of him. Seems to be the big dog. You know what I mean? Like, you got Gina here buzzing, you know, like floating around, that he's not doing little businessmen, like dealing with little businessmen like you. Do you know what I mean? He's coming into the Oval Office, he's dealing with the presidents, and like Tommy's like, well, fair enough then. If you don't want to deal with me, that's fine. You know, I'll take it to the east of Boston. I'll make deals with the Jews, and you know, the amount of opium that I'm going to be supplying them, it's going to turn the tide. It's going to give people power. Have you heard of the Solomons? No. If you haven't, go and look at them, mate, because you know they are the biggest, obviously, people that are running the east side. And I've got great connections within them in Birmingham and with them here in Boston. So, you know, your message might have been to me to reject every offer that I put on the table. But my message is to you is if you don't accept it, we're going to expand to your rivals and we're going to be making those deals. That is a massive play for Tommy. Like I was saying, it's interesting because being that person that conducts those business deals is scary. Do you know what I mean? Usually it's not the head of the table that goes and conducts them. It's people that work for them. Now, Tommy had one similar situation when he first went with Alfie, didn't he? He was sat there. It was scary. Alfie pulled a gun on him, I think. Tommy's eyes was like, oh, bloodshot. I don't know what happened in the episode before, but he looked bruised and banged up. And it was scary. Tommy had a grenade pulled as well, didn't he? He was saying, mate, if you don't accept this, I've got a guy outside. He's going to pull that. We're all going to go up in flames. Do you know what I mean? So intimidating. And I said in that episode as well, to create those first business opportunities, it's always one of these intimidating business meetings. You know, I referenced a Euphoria episode when Rue was trying to get into the drug game and they made her all stripped down and he was all naked and they all had guns on them. And then after it, he was like, yeah, sound. And he was all happy and friendly. But it's like, at first, getting that connection, it's scary. And I like how Tommy's just come in. Gina thinks she's the big dog as well. She thinks she's a dog's bollocks. So that's what I think's interesting. I like her, don't get me wrong, but I like Tommy the most and obviously want him to succeed. I do. I'm not going to lie. I want him to come on top. I want him to finish strong and be the leader. And whatever it is in the business deal that he wants to propose, I want him to win. I don't think that's going to happen because, like I said, everyone that I seem to like always seems to die in the final seasons. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But again, we didn't really see much of half of this episode. We just seen him drunk and just out of it. But he's an amazing actor at playing those kind of roles. So I'm excited to obviously see like what our plan is for him this season. And who's Uncle Jack? Like I said, we bigged him up so much, you need to know who it is. Okay, now it's going to wrap up the first episode of season 6. Hopefully guys enjoyed it. You know, quite a long time of the episode. Like the first like 30 minutes was dead quiet and it was just like intense. Do you know what I mean? Like not much action was going on. It was just kind of like the story was going. I can't even explain it. I felt like not much was going on, but a lot of information was going on, which I thought was exciting. It's really interesting. Do you know what I mean? We started off with Tommy looking like he was going to kill himself. He pulled the trigger. He fell in the mud. Lizzie come over. She was saying, you're an embarrassment. Do you know what I mean? You're a coward. You're not even a soldier no more. You didn't even check if your weapon was loaded. And then we kind of like advanced further to him conducting a meeting here in like the French borders or wherever it was that he was. And then Tommy was more calm and composed, and we obviously advanced 4 years into the future, but like not much had happened for us watching it, but like his total appearance, mannerisms, confidence, the way he was adapting and, you know, like conducting himself was well different. And I mean, I prefer to see that one. Like, he was a bit scary, to be honest. And he went into the meeting with, obviously, Michael, which was interesting because I thought that Michael was heading that meeting and I thought that he was the person in charge. That's how they made it look when he was all stood on that ship and he was putting his little hat on and he's got his tash on with all the men behind him. I thought that he was the big man, but no, it didn't even seem like he was the one that was conducting the business deal. Tommy's obviously giving the opium and he was saying, you know, like, this is the business opportunity that I've got for us. Then we had a guy next to him that was telling Tommy, I decide when the meeting's over, you're going to sit here, you're going to drink this. Tommy didn't drink it. He actually said, you know, he read a poem to him, went over, said something about a guy. That guy sounded like he was killed and threw into the river. But also, Tommy was the one that rang the police. He was the one that got Michael arrested. Pretty much, I thought it was good because it instilled paranoia into everybody. You know, they think that they've got little moles here and there and they've got people like releasing information. Like Michael was saying when he was sat down with Gina that, you know, there's people within the organisation that are spreading information and you're going to have to keep everything to yourself right now because we don't know who we could trust. She's saying that out of all the people in the world that you can run cocaine, whatever, opium for, why are you doing it with this one man? Obviously, Tommy, they've got history together. He's saying, well, you know, what's happened to my mum? Also, Tommy's got this business opportunity that I can do. I can also end like my feud with him. You know, I could draw a line under it and finish it and just write it off and leave it alone. Well, hopefully, you know, Tommy's victorious, but Michael's kind of insinuating that he wants to conduct the business and then kill Tommy and obviously avenge his mum. Now, again, really interesting, like I said, that this big Uncle Jack, whoever it is, that is chilling with the president. Tommy's just saying that, you know, he's got his itinerary, he's heading to the UK, and obviously on that is obviously him, his wife, his mistress. We've got the president's son, and we've got Gina. You know, Michael's still being left here in prison. He's not even signed any documents to get him out early. He's actually signed a document to keep him in there a little bit longer until obviously the press died down. So then it's obviously pissed off Michael even more, shouting, you're the devil, as Tommy's obviously left to return home to obviously conduct these meetings, but also attend to his daughter, who's actually got a fever over 100. She's seeing things. She's seeing, what did they say they're seeing? Like a green man or something, and she was like speaking gypsy. Tommy's bang, mate. His personality changed straight away once he found out that from Lizzie. He's like, I'm on the ship home now, and then he's gone. So I'm excited, mate. I cannot wait, obviously, to see what we have for the rest of the season. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you do, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.